Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Friday, March 11, 2016, around 7:02 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. Starting off raining. Some places in New England got over an inch of rain, which we needed a rain, and it's in the 50s, so there's no snow in southern New England. If it was any other year, there'd be a lot of snow. But we've had a warm winter. Some news to report. The Carolina Hurricanes beat the Boston Bruins in overtime by the score of 3-2. Bruins get a point, so they're in sole possession of first place in the Atlantic Division. But the Bruins need to win more consistently at home and play good against the teams below them in the standings. The Bruins play awesome against the teams that are the elite in the NHL, but when they face off against the teams that are below them in the standings, they lay goose eggs. And the next game the Bruins played against the Islanders Saturday at 1 p.m. at TD Garden. That game you could catch on NESN or MSG Plus if you live in the New York City area. Sad news to report in the world of hockey. Hockey Hall of Fame defenseman Bill Gadby passed away at the age of 88. Bill was a defenseman for the Rangers in the 40s and 50s. Very good one. So he is going to be missed. So prayers to his family. And it's Happy Johnny Appleseed Day in the United States. So that's about it on news. My first video subject of the day is the continuation of the top 50 professional wrestling babyfaces of all time. This video blog will be from number 20 to number 11. And here they are. Number 20 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling babyfaces of all time, Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh yeah, dig it! Macho Man was a multiple-time WWE and WCW champion, also held the Intercontinental title. His manager was the lovely Miss Elizabeth. They were married in real life for many years. Macho Man also was a great heel, but I think he had a better role as a face because of Miss Elizabeth and his feud with the 16-time world champion Nature Boy Ric Flair in both WWE and WCW. He passed away in 2011. He got posthumously inducted into the Hall of Fame last year, which was well deserved. 19 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling babyfaces of all time, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express. The Rock and Roll Express was a legendary tag team, held many regional tag team titles, including the NWA World Tag Team titles, feuded with the Midnight Express, probably the greatest tag team feud of all time. Ricky Morton was especially probably an awesome babyface, and if the Rock and Roll Express ever broke up in the 80s, Ricky Morton probably would have been a top single star. Number 18 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling babyfaces of all time, The Rock. The Rock was a WWE champion many times and an Intercontinental title. He's back and forth between face and heel, but he had so much charisma, he needed to be a face. He was famous for quotes, "Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? It doesn't matter what your name is. You Rudy Poo candy ass." And also other quotes, like he would say, for example, Julie Broughton, "Take that high heel shoe, shine it up real nice, and stick it straight up your candy ass." And finally, The Rock has come back to Billerica. Number 17 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling babyfaces of all time, Jerry the King Lawler. Jerry the King Lawler was a mainstay in the Memphis territory for many, many years. He feuded with some of the best, including Nick Bockwinkel, Mr. Perfect. He also had a famous feud with Andy Kaufman, the actor-comedian. He had legendary feuds with Bill Dundee, Austin Idol, Buddy Landau, you name it. The King was the babyface of Memphis. Number 16 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling babyfaces of all time, the modern-day warrior, also known as the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich. Kerry Von Erich was one of the top stars of World Class Championship Wrestling because his father owned it. He was also NWA World Champion for a while, for 18 days. Went to the WWE, won the Intercontinental title, but like Kerry battled a lot of demons and took his own life in 1993 at the age of 33. So sad. Number 15 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling babyfaces of all time, Verne Gagne. Verne Gagne was one of the top stars in professional wrestling in the 40s and 50s. He made $100,000 a year in good years back in the 50s. He even made the same money as like the top baseball players. That's amazing. And also, Verne founded the AWA, and he was the AWA champion 9 times. And he had legendary feuds with Baron von Lasker, Mad Dog Vachon, Fritz von Erich, and Nick Bockwinkel. Number 14 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling babyfaces of all time, Hawk and Animal, the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, probably the greatest tag team in professional wrestling history. The Road Warriors had face paint. They burst on the scene in 1983, enjoyed the championship wrestling. They were heels, but everybody loved their awesome style and being opponents that the fans made. The Road Warriors faces. Hawk and Animal won several tag team titles all across the world, and they were the best. Number 13 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling babyfaces of all time, Chief Wahoo McDaniel. Wahoo was one of the best stars of the era in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, wrestled in many southern wrestling territories and won the United States Championship many times. Also wrestled in Florida and AWA, Texas. Wahoo never had a run in New York in the WWE because they had their own Indian star, Chief J. Strombo, and Chief J. Strombo was a Native American. Wahoo McDaniel was legitimately Native American. He never got a run with the NWA World title, and he passed away in 2002. He should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Number 12 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling babyfaces of all time, The Undertaker, an icon in the WWE. He started off in 1990 in the WWE as a heel. The dead man gimmick was so awesome that the fans cheered him even though he was a heel. He turned babyface in 1992, and he had an awesome run over 20 years. Attempts to turn him heel a couple of times failed because the fans respected The Undertaker. And number 11 on this list for the best professional wrestling babyfaces of all time, to end it right now, is Rey Mysterio Jr., Luchador, one of the high-flying Mexican wrestlers of all time. He's only 5'3". He had runs in WCW and WWE, winning the WWE World title a couple of times. That's amazing. Mass wrestler, probably the best mass wrestler of all time, in my humble opinion. And that's about it on this list. We'll be back in a few more minutes with from number 10 to number 1. Keep calm, everybody! I'm a Julie Bennett guy! Molly Osborne of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Amy Swensey's awesome. Julie Gower, Fox 25 rocks. Julie Trammell is the best. Julie Donaldson of Comcast Sports Mid-Atlantic rocks, and she's my TV sports crush. Daniel Gersh of Channel 7 is so cute. And in the words of Sean Lucha, get out! See you in a few.